Hi everyone, and welcome back to the next diecast. For today's video, I'll be showing you this car that was actually found in my backyard. We got new trees planted at my house when they were digging out like these big holes to put the trees in. They unearthed this Hot Wheels Thunderbird stock car in the dirt. So this car is from 1995, and we moved to this property in 2004. So sometime between 1995 and 2004, this car was put beneath the ground or buried underground, and then it was there for 16 to 25 years because it's 2020 right now, and then it was unearthed just a couple days ago. So this car was underground for 16 to 25 years, and it really did show it. Here's a picture of the car when just before I cleaned it when it was first found, and then here's another one here. You can see it was just covered and caked in dirt and everything. I'm surprised all of the like racing decals are still on there. They're actually tampos, meaning that they're painted on. They're not stickers or anything. But I was really surprised to see that pretty much all the paint was still on this car. It is kind of rough, and there it is from the side there. The wheels would not turn at all. There was dirt just caked in the wheel wells, caked in the windows, caked on the inside of the car. It was just a big mess. And here's the other side, a little bit cleaner. You can see better on here how the dirt is just encased in the wheel wells and in the wheels themselves too. The axles were all rusted out. Pretty much 95% of the chrome was gone from the wheels. I'm actually surprised there's actually a little bit still on there. There's the base of it completely covered in dirt. So I went ahead and then I gave it pretty much a blasting with the hose outside, removing like the first layer of dirt. Then I took an old toothbrush and I just kind of lightly scrubbed the whole body of the car and the base as well. The base is of course not shiny anymore, but there's really no rust on it at all. This is just, I think, crusty old dirt on there. So I'm really surprised that the base actually was down there for that long and hasn't rusted through. And the interior, this actually has side windows on this side, and it has that like stock car net thing on this window here. So the interior was spared of a lot of the dirt, but there was still dirt in there, as you can see by the coating on the windows and everything. All the dirt you still see is inside of the interior, and because of the fact that most of the windows are covered in some form or fashion, it was impossible to get to it with, you know, a hose or anything like that. But I was able to, after maybe like 3 or 4 cleanings of the entire car, get it in this current state. It looks almost complete in terms of its paint and everything. There's just a couple, there's back here you can see there's some scraping on the bumper and everything. But all the tampos are still on there. All, you know, the Ford, this name up here, all on the side and everything. The wheels did not fare as well because you can see there's rust on the end of the axles here, which is pretty bad. But even so, I got them all to spin. I just kept like kind of pushing the car on the ground and rolling it back and forth until the wheels finally spun. And blasting the insides of these wheel wells here actually helped too. Blasting with like water is what I mean by that. But yeah, it rolls perfectly now. I can't really do anything about the rust on the ends of the axles, at least from what I've done previously with other like projects and whatnot. But I might try to find a way to maybe cover the rust or do something with that. But you can see that all the chrome on the wheels is still there. It's just turned kind of a light gray color, which is kind of expected for a car that was underground for so long. And you can see that there's severe bubbling on all the surfaces of the paint. So the paint isn't smooth on the car at all. So my guess is either the clear coat was kind of wore off, or the clear coat's still on there, but it just bubbled up a little bit. But either way, you can still see like the metallic paint in the sun if the car is put in the sun and everything. And surprisingly, there are no cracks in any of the window glass at all. There's just some dirt, as you can see, on the inside of the car, on the inside portions of the windows. So that's amazing, I think, that this car was underground for 2 decades, if not more, and it's still in, like, okay condition. That's another good thing about this, too, is that I got it for free because it was in my backyard. I might give it one more like blasting with the sink faucet or something, because there's a little access point here that the water can go into and kind of wash off the windshield. But I tried it a bunch of times, and I think that whatever dirt is left in there is just going to stay there. I think in a way it's kind of good that it's staying there because it kind of tells the story of this car, that it was found, you know, buried in the backyard. But if this car had been buried on like the on the beach, there'd be nothing left of it, because salt water and sand can be extremely corrosive and destructive to any cars like this. And be sure to check out my Instagram page for more pictures of the restoration project that I did on this car. Thanks for watching.